sorry ass DJ.
Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Simply Marps Maestro Olaso.
Kumusta po mga magulang, mga kaguro at mga mag-aral sa ikalimang baitang? Welcome to our Mathematics 5 Quarter 2 week number 6. I am going to discuss to you about dividing decimals with up to 2 decimal places and dividing whole numbers with quotients in decimal form. Ayan. But before that, I would like to thank you po sa lahat po ng laging nakaabang po sa aking mga episodes. Okay? At sa mga hindi pa po nakapag-subscribe, pakihit na po below yung subscribe, yung naka-red po. Hit nyo lang po ang subscribe, then hit the bell button, then click nyo lang po yung all para updated po kayo sa mga bago pong episode or mga videos na i-upload. Thank you so much, kaya wag na nating patagalin pa. Tara na, Math Tuto! At ayan na nga po, simulan na natin ang ating lesson sa ating quarter 2 week number 6. Of course, bilang isang mga bata, grade 5 pupils, ay dapat alam nyo na kung paano kunin ang quotient. Okay? What is the quotient when 988 divided by 38? So, from the word quotient, what is the operation that we are going to use to solve this problem? Of course, division, no? Sana familiar kayo dun sa mga terminologies about division. We have quotient, we have dividend, we have the divisor. Okay, so dapat yun ay mga hindi na natin nakakalimutan. So, we have two given numbers, 988 and 38. So, among the two numbers, which is the dividend? Yes. So, 988 is the dividend. Ibig sabihin, ito yung base natin, ito yung pinanggagalingan. Then, we have the divisor, 38. So, minsan nagkakamali pa. The common mistake is that nababaliktad. Huwag kakalimutan kapag ginagamit natin yung commonly used method, yung dividend ay yung nasa loob at yung divisor ay yung nasa labas. Okay, so let's divide now. 988 divided by 38. So, how do we divide this number? Let's start with 98. Sa 98 muna tayo. So, 98 divided by 38. So, paano ba kinukuha yan? Yung iba, ginagamitan ng trial and error. So, minumultiply nito yung 38, simula sa times 2, times 3, times 4, times 4, and so on. Para madali nyo ma-estimate, ayan na nga, we will use estimating. Para malaman nyo, 98, ilang 38 ba sa 98? So, let's do the rounding off. For example, 38, mga 40, di ba? So, 40 times 2, you have 80. So, medyo malapit sa 98, ano? 40 times 3, 120. So, lumayo or lumagpas sa 98. So, between the two, or among the 2, 2 and 3, which is the correct answer? Yes, we have 2 because 2 times 38 to be exact, it is 76. Now, mache-check nyo rin kung tama ba yung sagot nyo. Kapag sinubtract mo na yan, so we're going to subtract now. 8 minus 6, we have 2. Then 9 minus 7, we have 2. So 22 is the remainder. One thing para ma-check mo kung tama ang naging sagot mo is kapag yung remainder mo ay mababa dun sa divisor, it means okay. Ibig sabihin, close doon sa divisor. Kapag sumobra kasi yan, ibig sabihin yan, mali yung sagot mo. So, one way of checking. Okay? Now, we have remainder. Then, bring down 8. 228 divided by 38. So, how many? So, we have more or less 40. So, 40 times 6, we have 240. So, medyo malapit doon. Pag 5 naman ang ating kinuha, 40 times 5, mga 200 lang. So which is which? Which of the two? 6. So 38 times 6, we have 228 to be exact. All right. So it means there is no remainder. So 988 divided by 38 is equal to 26. Okay? So let's have now our first topic, dividing decimals up to two decimal places. Okay, now what if the question is, what is the quotient when, how do we read this one? Again, 88 hundredths divided by 4 hundredths. So, as you can see, we are going to divide which is the dividend. Okay, be careful ha. Okay, pag sinabi natin dividend, yung original, yung base number natin, no? So 88 hundredths divided by 4 hundredths. This time, we are dividing both decimal numbers. So, please check. If the divisor is a decimal number, we cannot divide it directly. So, mayroon tayong mga steps na gagawin so that we can divide it correctly. So, step 1, check if the number is how many places. The divisor, we have two decimal places. So if we have two decimal places, the number is under what place value? It's hundreds. No? So to make it whole number, we are going to multiply first the divisor 400s by 100. Bakit po natin minumultiply by 100? To make it a whole number. Okay. So 4, imagine natin na wala yung decimal point. So 4 times 100 is equal to 400. Then dahil may decimal point siya, di ba? 2 places, so lagay din natin yung decimal point 2 places. So 4.00, it means that we have now whole number 4. Okay. Please check kung halimbawa ang divisor mo lang ay 1 decimal, for example, 4 tenths lang, 0.4. So you will just multiply it by 10. So it depends on the decimal places. Okay, now, since you multiplied it by 100, don't forget kung ano ang minultiply mo sa divisor, same with the dividend. So we have 88 hundredths multiplied by 100. So imagine or ignore there is no decimal point. So 88 times 100, we have 8,800. Then put the decimal point two decimal places, kaya nandun ang decimal point. So 88.00, it means it is a whole number 88. So we have now both whole numbers. So we have now 88 divided by 4. Okay? That's the long method. Now, the short method is that if the divisor has a decimal point, to make it whole number, you just move it to the right. Depends of the number of places. So, para mapunta dito sa tabi ng 4 to make it whole number, how many places is that? Okay. So, we have 2 decimal places. Kung ilang beses ka nag-move ng decimal point, ganun din dapat sa dividend. So you have also 2 decimal places. So that's why it becomes 88 divided by 4. Okay, did you understand? Paano kung 0.4 lang yan, sir? Di 1 place lang, then 1 place lang yan. Then, paano, sir, kung halimbawa hindi decimal yung dividend, paano ko i-move ang decimal point? So, kung hindi sa decimal number, kung isa siyang whole number, you just add 2 zeros. Then, after 2 zeros, nandun yung decimal point. Kung whole number yung dividend. Pero since pareha sila decimal number, kaya ganyan ang nangyari. So, let's divide now 88 divided by 4. Step 1, 8 divided by 4. How many? We have 2. Because 2 times 4 is 8. So, 8 minus 8. So, wala na. Huwag mo nang ilagay ang 0. Then, bring down 8. 8 divided by 4. Still, we have 2 times 4. We have 8. It means there is no remainder. So, 88 hundredths divided by 4 hundredths, the answer is 22. Did you understand? Because 88 hundredths divided by 400 is just like 88 divided by 4. All right, let's have another example. Now, the question is, how many 47 hundredths are there in 6 and 11 hundredths? Okay, be careful ha. How are you going to choose the dividend? So, kapag ganito ang tanong, how many 47 hundredths? That is the divisor. Are there? It means babalik dun sa base natin na 6 and 11 hundredths. Ha? So, wag malilito ha. So, how many means this is the divisor, 4700. So, let's find now how many 4700s are there in 6 and 1100. So, let's follow since parehas pa rin sila decimal number. Let's follow the step by step. Okay, step number 1, the long method. Let's multiply how many places there? 2, so we will multiply it by 100. 47 times 100, we have 2 zeros, then 47 times 1, then 47. And then put the decimal point 2 places. So we have now 47.00, which is equal to 47. Also, 6 and 11 hundredths times 100. So the drop so let's drop two zeros. Ayan. Then 611 times 1, we have 611. Then put the decimal point 2 places. That's why it becomes 611.00 or 611. So we have now 611 divided by 47. Or the shortcut method, i-move mo lang ang decimal point 2 places. Then ganun din doon sa ating dividend 2 places. So we have 611 divided by 47. Now, let's divide 61 divided by 47. More or less, mga 1 lang yan. So 1 times 47, we have 47.
61 minus 47, we have 14. Bring down now 1, we have 141 divided by 47 equals 3. 3 times 47, we have an exact answer, 141. There is no remainder. So, how many 47 hundredths are there in 6 and 11 hundredths? The answer is 13.
Did you understand? All right. Congratulations. Now, let's proceed to our next topic. What about we are going to divide whole numbers with quotient in decimal form? So how are we going to do it? Let's have our first example. If you divide 4 by 5, what is the answer? Okay, yes, tama kayo, no? If you are going to divide 4 by 5, so that's why we have now the dividend 4, the divisor is 5. So what did you notice? So we have the dividend is lower than the divisor. So paano kaya yan, sir? That's why the answer for this, if the dividend is smaller or less than the divisor, it means that the answer is a decimal number. So let's step by step. Tatandaan natin, no? So kapag 4 or smaller number divided by the larger number, automatic the first answer is 0. Then how are we going to continue? Paano natin ipagpapatuloy? Ito ang inyong gagawin. Then we will have the decimal point and copy the decimal point there on the upper part of the decimal point. I-align mo lang yan. Okay. To continue the division, we have now adding zeros. Kasi nga, di ba, yung whole number na 4, pag nilagyan natin yan, it's equivalent to 4.000. So we can add 0. Now, ignore the decimal point. So we have 40 divided by 5. What do you think? Yes, it's 8 because 8 times 5 is equal to 40. So imagine, wala yung point. So 40 minus 40 is equal to 0. So exact. Now, that's why the answer, if you divide 4 by 5, you have 8 tenths. That's the answer. Okay, let's have another example. What if, this is the question, what is the answer when 3 divided by 4? Okay, let's have 3 as dividend, 4 as the divisor. Do you think we can divide 3 by 4? What's the first answer? Yes, we have 0. Then continue dividing by putting the decimal point on the upper corner. Okay, now let's add 0. So 30 divided by 4, we have 7. 7 times 4, we have 28. And we have a remainder of 2. Then continue. If there is a remainder, just continue dividing. We have 0. Right. So 20 divided by 4, now we have 5. Then 5 times 4, we have 20. So there is no remainder. Therefore, the answer, what's the answer when 3 divided by 4? The answer is 75 hundredths. Did you get it? All right. Again, congratulations. Now, let's have the final example. What is the answer to the nearest hundredths when 7 divided by 9? So that is the question now. You have to follow the condition. What is the answer to the nearest hundredths when 7 divided by 9? Let's divide first 7 divided by 9. So, mababa ulit ang dividend natin. So, the answer is 0. Then, put the decimal point on the upper part. Then, continues by adding zeros. 70 divided by 9, we have 7. 7 times 9, we have 63. Then 70 minus 63 is equal to 7. So we have a remainder. Continues by adding 0. 70 divided by 9, still we have 7 because 7 times 9 is 63. Okay, now what did you notice? We have again a remainder of 7. If we add 0, still we have 70. Then 70 divided by 9, we have 7. Then 7 times 9 is 63. So we have still a remainder of 7. So anong napapansin? Paulit-ulit na 7. 7, 7, 7. Bakit po yan, sir? This is an example of non-terminating decimals. Okay? So 0.777 is an example of non-terminating decimal. So ano ibig sabihin nun? So non-terminating ibig sabihin non-stop siya. Hindi siya hihinto, continuous lamang ang kanyang pagsagot. So malalaman nyo yan in the next lesson kapag nag-go on na tayo sa ating mga lessons. Okay? So what will happen now? Follow the condition. What is the answer to the nearest hundred? So anong gagawin mo? You have to round off to the nearest hundred. So this is the nearest hundreds. Then look for the right digit. 7 is up. So 7 will become 8. Then copy 7, copy points. We have the final answer of 7,800. Did you get the correct answer? Well, congratulations! And that concludes our lesson in week number 6. O diba, napakadali lang. As long as you know how to divide, it is very easy now to answer your module. Now, before we end our lesson or our episode, syempre, we are going to go to shout out natin yung ating mga avid viewers. Kapag gusto nyo ma-shout out, ayan, comment lang kayo dito sa comment section below this episode, okay? So we have now, let's say hi to Kim Yoon Jin. Hello, Kim. We have Diego Bernal, Nico Yuko, Elrich Jane, Jan Gaming, and also hi to Andrew Emmanuel Vego, Marlene Del Llosa, Princess Angel Rome, MJJM Place, Leonilo Fino, Michael David. We have Pia Pamela, Jalia Cassandra Tagakay, Unknown Stranger, ayan, Miriam De La Cruz, Rhea Galang, Jalia Cassandra Tagakay again. We have Julian Quadro Vlogs. Hello, LB Maro. Chloe Isabel Coros from Section Eagle. Hello. Erjan Arabaca, Teenager Fighter. Mrs. Rochelle Bragas. Hello po ulit. And also, let's say hi to Ray Argent Luzuriaga, Stephanie Ancheta Vlogs, Carl Jivan Tamboy, ayan, from Section Eagle pa rin. Miriam De La Cruz, hello po. We have Ray Ramos, Sir Ray Ramos, hello po sa inyo. And also to Michael David, Azia Odira Jeff, Marites Villanueva, from Cora, Pampanga, May Angeli Lumanlan, ayan, ang daming kung saan-saan tayo. Now we have Marcos Andy Gloriani, 30 Wade Sumawang, Dieter Arcega from 5, Eagle Paring Zed Lupig, Princess Angel Leroux. So, thank you so much and see you in the next episode. Happy learning!
Sorry, it's DJ.